Hey there, figure action fans, gaming enthusiasts, and action figure aficionados. It's your boy Zero here, and I wanted to sit down in front of the camera and do something a little bit different today. I wanted to discuss something new that came out today. And let me first say that this video is in no way, shape, or form sponsored by Ubisoft or Nintendo. This is something that I purchased on my own. It's something I pre-ordered right after E3. It was pretty easy if you were a Star Fox fan to pull the trigger on this one, and I kind of forgot that I pre-ordered it. Of course, we've had a lot of heavy hitters coming out. We just had Mega Man 11, Call of Duty Black Ops 4, a lot of people are playing that. Shout out to my boy Deluxe, I know he's big into that one. We have Red Dead Redemption 2 coming out next week. We've had Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Spider-Man. You know, this is the time of year when all games come out, and I think this is unfortunately a game that may get lost in the shuffle, so I wanted to talk about it, show it off, say what it's all about. Now, I've only had a couple hours to mess around with the game today, and my first initial impressions are pretty good. So, you know, let's talk about what it actually is. So, this is a Toys to Life game, and if you're familiar with LEGO Dimensions, the Disney Infinity games, or Skylanders, you've probably seen them. They were a huge fad. They, like Guitar Hero in the Rock Band phase, they just blew up in electronics aisles, and they fizzled out. And this game, I think, kind of aims to change that. Now, this is the starter kit for the Nintendo Switch, and what you get is an R-Wing. You get the game, you get 2 pilots, and we'll get into what the pilots do, and 2 weapons as well. And what you have here is everything you need to play the game. What sets the Nintendo Switch version apart is content. You get some missions, you get some Star Fox specific stuff, and Fox himself is actually a part of the story. And from what I can tell so far, he's actually in a pretty big part. They actually didn't kind of shoehorn him in. If anybody's ever played Bulletstorm, the remastered HD version that came out, they had Duke Nukem in there as bonus content, and it was really funny how they shoehorned him in. But it actually feels like, you know, Fox is a part of this game, and it could be its own Star Fox game. From what I've played so far, from what I've heard so far from other reviewers out there, it's actually pretty robust. But the main draw of this is that you get an R-Wing model. You get a controller bracket in the game as well, and this basically houses your Joy-Cons and your ship, the weapons, and the pilot. All the ships are modular, so when you put the mount on the controller, these things are really robust and sturdy. You slide your Joy-Cons in. I'm assuming on the Xbox and the PlayStation it's just the mount. On the PlayStation I know it's USB. The Xbox one's wireless. I'm not 100% on how those work. But you sit your pilot on here. I happen to have Fox McCloud, and as you can see, he's very well painted. These things are fairly robust. They feel like Amiibo. They're not as finely detailed as Amiibo, but there's a lot of paint, a lot of detail, and I'm overall impressed. And the pilots are all interchangeable. The pilots have their own personalities from what I understand, and they affect the dialogue in the game, but I don't think they actually affect any of the stats or the handling. The ships, however, the ships have their own unique handling, and another cool aspect of this is that the ships are all modular. So if you don't like, actually I have this the other way, by stock default, the R-Wing, the weapons come on top with the wings slicked back. So, and if you change that on the ship, it changes in the game. Not only that, you can set your weapons to fire forwards or backwards. So if you wanted like a rear-facing shotgun, so if anybody was coming up your rear, you could just have that going for you. It's really cool how it all works. The R-Wing is also articulated. The air brakes move, and I think that is fantastic. And you know, if I weren't playing the game, I would actually be really happy displaying this alongside my World of Nintendo Star Fox crew. And as you can see from the Joy-Cons, and we'll use a Switch case as a comparison, these ships are actually pretty big and robust. Now, I'll show off a little bit of the gameplay, but I also picked up Scramble, which is the Target exclusive ship. And is this, say this is, it's not Obsidian, this is Cerberus. Both of these ships are store exclusives. Scramble is a Target exclusive, and the Cerberus ship is a GameStop exclusive. And with each ship, you get a pilot, you get a weapon, and You know, again, as I mentioned, the ships are modular. So if you wanted to take the wings off of Cerberus and put them onto Scramble, you can do so. And I think this is really cool, and this will reflect the game. In the game, it will also change the handling of the ships. So it's kind of cool that you have this aspect where you can play around with the ships. Now, the Switch is a portable system. You're probably wondering, well, what do I do? I don't want to, if I play my Switch as a portable system, you know, I don't want to lug all this stuff around. Well, you don't have to. You can actually, the game will actually store your ships for, I believe, 48 hours. So if you wanted to, you know, if you had scanned in all your ships today, you can go on the bus, go to school, you know, go to a friend's house. Don't wait for the weekend, and you'll still have all your ships there. And if you're not into the whole Toys to Life thing, you can actually buy the game digitally, and you get all the ships and weapons unlocked, which is the more affordable way to do it, but I arguably think is the least fun way of doing it. So yeah, let me turn the camera around, and we'll go over some of the stuff that you get, or we'll go over how the game functions. All right, so I got the game up and running on my Switch. As y'all can see here, I've got the R-Wing on the controller mount. And we'll go ahead and we'll start this game up. Make sure my R-Wings, there we go. Let me pair my Switch. I love how it shows the colors of whatever controller you're using. I have the obnoxious Joy-Cons here. So we'll go ahead and we'll get started. Like I said, I'm super early on in the game. And right here off the bat, yeah, we'll just do continue. As you can see, it was showing the R-Wing there. Hey, you can see me. It was showing the R-Wing there, and anytime you make an adjustment to your ship, it automatically throws you in a menu screen. Right now, I'm still in the first level. It starts you off in a big dogfight in space, kind of gets you accustomed to the controls, and then it puts you kind of on a ground level, planet level, and you know, it had me kind of scanning wildlife. This game kind of seems like a mashup between No Man's Sky and Destiny almost. The strange thing about that is there's no multiplayer outside of local. There's no online multiplayer, which is a little bit interesting. Okay, so it wants me to update my mount. Okay, that's fine. You know, with any new game, you got to download updates left and right. When I put the game in, it told me to download an update. You know, as you can see so far, that initial load time was a little on the long side. I can forgive it because you are loading up really big worlds here. The game does have local multiplayer, and you can also play the game using just a single Joy-Con apparently too. Don't know how that works, but it shows them on the Mac. A cool thing is, you're wondering, well, if I want to play this game in portable mode, if I want to use my Switch as a handheld, what do I do? Well, the dock has you covered. If you don't buy the digital version of the game, if you buy the digital version of the game, you've got everything. You've got all the ships, and if you buy it on the Switch, you've even got the R-Wing. It looks like we're getting a little cutscene here. A fox. I guess when you boot up the game, it shows you which pilot you're playing as. But if you're playing the game on the go, it will store your ships for up to 48 hours, which is pretty cool. So if a friend has a ship that you don't have, you know, you can hook it up to your mount and you can save it in here, and you'll be able to use that ship for about a couple days. So cool thing here, when you're in play, there's a light up element. Your thruster actually lights up and flickers, and some of the weapons actually light up as well. So another cool thing is it's showing my R-Wing here, rendered on the screen. If I take the wing off, it'll disappear. And if I want to take a wing from Cerberus and throw that on there, it actually registers the wing from Cerberus. And if I want to take a wing from my other ship that I just bought, but I don't know the name of. What were you called? Scramble. If I want to take a wing from the Scramble and just make this Frankenstein ship. Oh, let's go back. You'll see.
Okay, I'll go see what's up.
It's in there. And I don't have any weapons. I can't shoot anything. So let's take my new weapon from Scramble. And the other weapon from Cerberus. And boom, now I have this awful looking ship. And there you go. I think that is stupidly cool. And as you can see, the graphics on the Switch aren't that bad. These are pretty massive worlds. I'll have more impressions. Maybe I'll do a B-sides episode about gaming. Maybe I'll talk about this one a little more. Let me know what you guys think. I hope you enjoyed that little tour of this game. Oh, another thing too, like I was mentioning, if I want to switch this weapon around to have it fire backwards, all I have to do is put it on there, and the game actually registers it that way. But here, let's take my tripod. Let's go in and make this a real R-Wing and kick some ass with that. There we go. And blooper, the game froze on me. So I think we'll call that an end of the episode. A funny way to go out. But I hope you guys enjoyed this tour of Starlink. Again, the game just came out. It's going to be prone to updates and whatnot. It's a big open world game. I'll give some more impressions, but let me know what you thought of this. Let me know if you want to see more of this on the channel. Let me know if you have questions, if you want to be part of the discussion. We appreciate your feedback, and thank you again for watching. Make sure to tune into us every Friday night, live, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Pacific Time. Be sure to participate in that chat. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you love us, and make sure to hit that notification bell so you know when new content's coming out from Figure Action and when we're going live, because we may have bonus episodes like this, the B-sides. We're constantly trying to figure out new ways to entertain you. This has been Zero, signing out of here. You all have a fantastic night, evening, day, whatever time it is. Hope you enjoy yourself. Take care.